Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Yes. I first want to begin by thanking everybody who has come here today to help us do a send-off to George Yangira Oduor. It is very, very painful, and it's very difficult for me to talk about George. But first, let me begin by bringing condolences from Mama Aida, my wife, who cannot be here today because she's on a mission in Korea. That's why she's not here. George is a part of our family. And you see, it is now 10 years since I lost our first son, Fidel. And now George is gone. It's so painful indeed. If you say somebody is ready to take a bullet for you, George. I've known few people who can be as committed and dedicated like this young man. We have had, as they have said, a very difficult time sometimes. George is a very cool person and very intelligent, very observant. You think he's a fool when he's next to you, but he's thinking very deeply. So when he comes and tell you, this place is not safe, let's get out, you must get out very quickly. So it is very painful indeed. George worked for me. He did not work for Jaramogi. Just very brief. Jaramogi was very brief around there. When we recruited George, we sent him for training to South Africa. And in South Africa, he trained and was top of his class as a security officer. You can see his reports. Later on, we sent him to Israel. Again, he trained in Israel for 3 months on security. If you look at his reports, very, very, very exemplary. So he was a very highly trained officer. He even trained in the United States. He knows how to sense trouble. He feels it and he wants you. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. So we knew each other so closely, so well with George, and we've traveled around the world with him. Are they 7 continents? We've been with George to 5 continents, except Arctic and Antarctica. We've been all of those places. And he's so familiar with many other things. When you go to a place within a short period of time, he has moved around and he has scouted and know where the danger is. So it is painful. But the other people you've seen here, they call the veterans. Veterans, wasimami. Those people there. Hello? Veterans, fungeni mkono. These are the people who have been with us. There's very many. They are battle hardened. Asanteni sana. Ni hao watu ambao wamekuwa pamoja na George throughout all this period of time. So we have lost a son in our family, and we are very sad indeed. Mama Carol here has kept George. She has looked after George very well. George was all the time very smartly dressed when he comes to work. Thanks to Carol here. So I thank all of you for coming here today. Now today is not my day to make a long speech. I don't want to make a speech. Bado niseme hivi, Kenya hii iko hapa na itabaki. Dunia ni daima, lakini binadamu haishi dunia daima. Kwa hivyo Kenya ni moja peke yake. Mpaka tulinde Kenya, vile vile tubadilishe Kenya. Na Kenya italindwa na itabadilishwa na Wakenya, si mtu wengine. Kwa hivyo Wakenya mpaka wasimame pamoja. Yale ambayo tutaki ni ubaguzi. Ubaguzi ya kijinsia, ubaguzi ya rangi, ubaguzi ya kikabila, ubaguzi ya huyu ni mzee, huyu ni kijana, huyu ni mama, huyu ni mlemavu, hatutaki. Tunataka kuunganisha Kenya wawe kama kitu kimoja. Hiyo ni muhimu sana. Pili, neno yangu ya pili, Junet tayari amesema, tulipigania kwa nguvu na dhati tupate katiba mpya. Kuna watu wengi ambao walikuwa hawataki katiba mpya. Sana sana walikuwa napinga sana mambo ya ugatuzi. Ugatuzi. Mmoja akatuambia mimi ati watu wengine wanaitwa governors. To govern what? Kwa hivyo ugatuzi ilikuwa na maadui wengi zaidi. Ndio sababu kuna zingine ambayo hatukuweka. Kuna zingine ambazo ziko katika ile bomas ya kwanza draft, lakini haziko katika hii katiba ambayo tuko nayo sasa siku ya leo. Hii katiba is still work in progress. Lakini ugatuzi ilikuwa muhimu zaidi. But devolution is not working, but devolution is still not working properly. If devolution were allowed to work properly, you will see the fruits of devolution. Go to Germany and see how a devolved system works. Very, very efficient indeed. You know, we did not, for example, devolve education. But in most of devolved systems, education is devolved up to secondary school. The reason why we did not devolve devolution was because of NAT. NAT walipinga wakasema ati NAT itakufa kama devolution education is devolved. Tutamobilize walimu kupinga hii katiba. That's why we did not devolve education. But even if it's not devolved, Mr. President, it can be delegated. Some functions can be delegated. That is not need there. If they opposed the devolution of education system. But even the other one, infrastructure. Your Excellency, I'm the one who was Minister for Roads and Public Works, came up and created these agencies, Kenha, Kura, and Kera. Because of the bureaucracy at that time, things were so centralized under the Minister of Education, and the permanent secretary is the accounting officer. Things were very inefficient, were not working. So with the World Bank, we worked together and created these agencies. But that was under a unitary system of government. With a devolved government, there's no need for Kura and Kera. Kura and Kera should be under the counties. It does not make any sense that somebody is sitting in Nairobi and has got roads in Mombasa town. Somebody is sitting in Nairobi and has got roads in Kisumu which cannot be touched by the government. Within Nairobi town itself, city itself, so many roads there are not under Nairobi county government. They're under national government. That's why it's so inefficient. It's so inefficient. Let us devolve funds to the counties. And as I was told the MPs, and they disagree. CDF, national government, give that CDF national government, but to the counties, not to the MPs. Fuel levy. Members of Parliament, Your Excellency, have no business constructing roads. The role of a member of Parliament is clearly stated. representation, legislation, and oversight. How do you oversight when you yourself are actually implementing? Those funds should go to the counties. And if the governors mess up with those things, then we deal with the governors themselves. But they don't tie the hands of governors. And then MPs go and say, mimi ndio nimejenga barabara hii, pindi nimejenga barabara hii, nimejenga shule hii, nimejenga hospitali hii, governor hajafanya chochote. Because the governor has not been given the money. Give the money to the governors. Let devolution work properly. And that's why I say that if they don't do it, we will make it an election subject. Campaign properly against the members of parliament. So that members of parliament should allow governors to do their work and then do oversight, which is your constitutional duty. That is what I wanted to say today. I don't want to make a long speech. My brother, Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, karibu ongea na watu wako.